if you took your culture, you took your average person out there, are they totally on the product side, customer side, or are they totally on the opportunity side? And where do you think they are?
You're more on the customer side.
More on the customer side. So, and they've been what, a 10, a 20, up to 100?
I would say more of a 20.
A 20.
Closer.
And where would you, and you don't want to take it to 100.
No.
Where do you want to take it
You got to find that balance
Where do you want to take it to?
of about 40.
40. So you're trying to shift your culture from 20 to 40. Okay, so the number one strategy that you're doing to shift your culture from 20 to 40 is you're leading by example and starting to talk a little bit more about opportunity. Because what I've seen in culture shift in this conversation is you have to make the opportunity not evil.
Correct.
Because when you're really product-based, sometimes people get offended when you talk about the financial opportunity connected with that product.
Well, also you got to think is when you're talking about a product and you're talking to a stranger, now you got to convince them to take a product from a stranger.
Yeah.
But y'all were already talking about this today about the gig economy.
Yeah.
People out there don't mind talking about making a little extra money.
Right.
And it's just a little bit easier to work the side of the opportunity when everybody out there is looking to make a few extra dollars. And it don't matter where they're at in their life. If they're already making good money, they want to make better money.
Yeah. But here's what I will tell you is the product cultures that I see, and there's many of them here in this room that are really, really product heavy. It's almost like it feels purer to them because they're not judged when they're talking about the product, but when they bring up the opportunity, then the network marketing stuff comes up and they start being judged and they start having to deal with that stuff. So to demystify that and make that okay within your organization is a little bit of work in order to be able to move that number from 20 to 40.
Correct.
Yeah.
People get comfortable just talking about the product.
Or they can hide. They can hide from the opportunity sometimes.
Correct.
Yeah.
An opportunity just happens for some. But then you got some of those that are like, ooh, I want to get a rock star. I want to get a rock star. Well, you're going to have to do a little bit more than just talking about the product to get to that extra step. And you come to find out some of your team does raise their hand and say, hey, I want to make a little bit more, or I want to do a little bit more. And you got to figure out resources. And so what we have compiled is basically a toolbox. All right. And we empower these people with their toolbox. And what's inside their toolbox is for things to hang on to, like their company story, their own testimony. Teach them how to say these stories and explain to people. It gets them a little more comfortable. Product stories. Each thing is basically a tool in their toolbox. We're empowering them. What I see is sometimes people just throw out scripts and it's already pre-written for all these people. Well, next thing you know, they sound like robots out there just spewing the same thing over and over and over and over all over social media. Social media is great, but also everybody's on social media, so they're seeing the same thing over and over and over. If you teach these people how to tell these stories from them, put them in their position, in their place, it comes out so much more genuine to the stranger you're actually talking to and the person you're trying to build a relationship. So empowering them with these tools and giving them a toolbox to go out there and work is so much easier.